If you enjoy learning the Cherokee language with RSU TV, join our Signal Society. Your monthly gift of $10 a month ensures that RSU TV can continue to produce programs like the Cherokee language classes. Click the link in the description or call 1-800-823-7210 to join today.
Oceanicard, Wade Blemons, Dawagdon, Galiele, Jagedo, Kohig. Welcome to Cherokee 2 here at RSU TV. We're glad that you are here. My name is Wade Blevins. I'll be your instructor today, and I hope you're enjoying the class. We've been working through our way through a traditional German story that's really long, and but the nice thing about a super long story is that super long stories tend to repeat vocabulary a lot, you know, because they have the same characters, they're about the same things. So so we're trying this, probably the longest story that you've ever done in Cherokee, in hopes that it will help you learn the vocabulary easier. Don't worry if, when I introduce something, don't worry if you don't get it right away, you know, the first time you hear it. That's the nice thing about this story, is that it's fairly repetitive. So if you don't get it the first time, or the second time, or the third time, or the fourth time, you know, it'll come back through again. And the nice thing about this being recorded is that you can access it as many times as you want. So that makes it really, really good. But lately I've had some really interesting conversations about language and about how language is acquired and you know, what we need, you know, and this is definitely an excellent strategy for acquiring language. When you learn a word, if you learn it just like in a list, you know, say you learn the word hungry, okay? And if you just learn the word hungry in a list, it's harder for your brain to kind of put it in the puzzle piece that is language. However, if you learn that word hungry, or you hear that word hungry in a lot of different situations, in a lot of different kinds of sentences, then your brain has more to work on. It has more data to be able to filter that and put it in its proper place, and it helps you retain it better. So that's the thinking behind why we're using so many stories and things like that, because you're hearing the same words, but you're hearing them in a lot of different contexts. You're hearing them in lots of different ways, and that's really, really important for our brains to be able to learn this new language, okay? So, to Kohig, today is our 37th Cherokee lesson, okay? So the plan for today is we're going to do our reading again. Today's reading is also from the Bible. We're going to do our conversational Cherokee, and then we're going to continue with a little bit more of our story, all right? So come, idalena jalagi dimoni. Okay, so here is our reading today. So again, I chose this because it has vocabulary in it that I think you might be familiar with. It's vocabulary we've gone over. I know we've gone over it earlier in this course, but I also believe that some of it we've gone over in Cherokee 1 as well. So let's go ahead and let's try to read it. If you can, try not to read the English at the bottom, and let's read our way through and let's see if we can figure it out, okay? That's usually what I do. So we have Johnny U wo hui la ne he ski ne a ya to tla Gal qua du sine, gal qua du sine, u dalka. Okay, Johnny, Johnny. What is that? John. U hui la nahi, u hui la nahi. John's writings. He skine, 5th ayatotla chapter. Gal qua du sine. Gal qua du sine, 17th udalka verse. Okay, it says, a se no, ji sa, he a mi du we se le gi, a gi do da, he ko he I a sti, du le sta ne hon I. Okay, this really says du le we sta ne hon I. Okay, but du le sta ne hon I. A yen no na sku da gi le sta ne hon I. Okay. Hopefully you recognized a few of those words. So let's go through it and let's see if we can figure out what it means without looking at the bottom. I'll say no, but Jesus, he this, ni du we se legi, ni du we se legi. He told them, okay, or he said to them, Agidoda, Agidoda, my father, Agidoda, my father. Kohi iasti, Kohi iasti. That's this Kohi iasti. It's like a time measurement, okay? You might recognize kohi in the word like kohi iga, today, or kohiya, later, okay? Iasti. So it's like this moment of time, or this unit of time. Du le sta ne hon. He habitually works, okay? My father, before now, right? He habitually works, okay? In this moment in time. So, well, we'll get into it. Agidoda kohi iasti dula stane hon. Ahya no, and I, Ahya, I, no, and Ahya no nasku as well. Dagi le stane hon. I will work, or I habitually work. Okay, so this I probably need to give you a little bit of context for this Bible verse. Let's read the English. But Jesus answered them, my Father worketh hitherto, and I work. Okay, so the context of this sentence is that Jesus healed some people on the Sabbath day. And so the Jews in power chastised him and said that you should not work, or you should not do works on the Sabbath. And this was what he answered. So basically he's saying, Jesus answered them, my Father, before now, my Father always worked at this time, so I also will work, you know. So that's he's kind of throwing it back in their face. He was like, well, you know, God works on the Sabbath day, so I work as well. Say no, Jesus, he ni ni du we se le again. Ki do da ko hi asti du le sta ne ho. Ahia no na school da gi le sta ne hoi. Okay? So let's try to read through it together. All right? So let's take our time. Se no. Ji sa. Hi a. Ni du we se le gi. A gi do da. Ko hi I a sti. Du le sta ne ho I. A ya no na squo. Da gi le sta ne ho I. A se no. Ji sa hi a ni du we se le ge. A gi do da. Ko hi I a sti du le sta ne ho. A ya no na squo. Da gi le sta ne ho I. Right? Our Cherokee word for today, our conversational, skik ti yesti. Okay? Skik ti yesti. That means wait. Okay? Skik ti yesti. Okay? Skik ti yesti. That's you're telling somebody, just cool it. Hold your horses. Wait. Skik ti yesti. Okay? Skik ti yesti. Skik ti yesti. Skik ti yesti. All right. So we did our reading today. We also did our conversational Cherokee for today. So let's go through and let's get back into our story and find where we are so that we can continue to move forward, okay? Okay. I'll read through it. I'm not going to really translate a whole lot of it, but I'll might stop and point out a couple words, okay? Ja squinik di u dane u gawiyu u weji. Yi gana tla yi gana tlaga yi zaduli. Ski sta wa duga. No le no u squan nikt askaya du sta wa de se u gawiyu u wedge a le ani steliski ko hiya galala do dala duni lute askaya uktenole. Remember, I always have problems with ka and wo. Uktenole wunigo he. Do you gonna heed ge se ayajena ayajen o dala we kli aditla wa go ti ske wa go ti ske gato usti jak tosta udane uganwiyu uweji osta jigo tiska nigada inage dega tloges dega dusi ale duke dalia dijigo tiske elon nika ugawiyu uweji hia nuwese stawa duga steliski geseste no le ugawiyu uweji ale digejina tlai unilute Di ga du ha. A skili. A le. U we ji. A ge hia. Di ne ha. Do you u wo du hi. Ja gue ji. A ge hia. U sti wu. Ge sa. Ja du li ska. Yini ga de yini ga de ga yiski canela. Yiski canela. Okay? Uli heli jona gesa skili. Yawe du histi. Du histi u lukte. Tla yunt. Yunata. Tla yunt. Na askaya. U gawiyu uweji gesa. Zong i ga. I jadante. Yi ga us. Negata. Hidi squat. Negata hidi squat. Yi ga kas agwej ageha. Udane a skile. Gato usti jaduli agayi awadante. Utadane ugawiyu uweji. Al Jesus don jagiyo hu se la hawiya huya amegoi udane skile ugawiyu uweji uwenasa unisteliski dine doha. We do know say la. He ita agayi na quadante tla ahidi yigi. Okay, remember this word? Tla ahidi yigi. Not easy. Al Jesus don hawin amego. Digia wagu teste. Eli wus yiga stela. Nole no na askaya. O sta agotiska. Hia nuwe se. Yiwagi guda. Yiwagi guda. Hawin. Mo. Wugatane. Una. Gostai. Naya. At. Al Jesus don. In igad. Askaya. Danawi dahe. Aniskaya. Amego. Didla. Hia nuese. Ahidida yigi wawu testi. Okay, ahidida is really easy. Yigi, it would be really easy wawu testi to go get it. Yijigoti if I could see. Skiwus, is that it? Eli wuda yiga stela. I can help you. Udane galzohit askaya. Utat utatlone nigada amegwo udita usane Okay, and then it talks about he drank up all he drank the entire ocean. Ukayosona, until it dried up. Sti duji tlune, sti duji tlune in igod oskaya. Nole al Jesusto wu tese. He picked up, he went and got the ring. Uga wiyu uweji. Uyan we de he al Jesusto. Hias jal Jesusto utadane skili. Awajeli dan. He squadi dan agayi ni jadan di gesan. Ahanda tatline ni jadan di. Tloges jo it sku waka deji natla. Ale unisquan go doti joit squil jusadon tugist da tlista da gine do not tla do no sela joit squil din nal johit waka de jina tla we kliana tlogesa no le unisquan go doti fuena joit squil jusadon tugist da tlista we tinegi. Deja hi este joit squil dinal johit waka ganega uwuyatana di kola di hyon nigada ale joit squil tugist disadon da tlista di tosti ugo sele askaya. Okay, so that was the last paragraph that we did in the last lesson, where she talked about that he had to eat all 300 of the cattle, hair, horns and all, and drink every bit of the 300 barrels of alcohol, right? So let's see what happens. Okay, sagwu git iji now iji now ale sagwu atu gist uje woja iji goha tiohu sida. Okay, so sagwu 1 git. Okay, this is not dog. Git, that's a hair. Okay, so 1 hair. Iji na if I find. Okay, if I find 1 hair. Ale, in this case, or sagwu, or 1 atugist, alcohol, uje woja, drop. Iji go, if I find a single drop of alcohol, tiyo husida, you are for real gonna die. Okay, that tiyo husi, you're gonna die. Okay, tiyo husida, that done at the end means it's gonna happen. It's certain. Okay, tiyo husida. Okay. Sagu gir iji now tah le sagu atu gist uje woja iji goha tio husita. All right, so let's read through it together. Sagu or sagu gir girtle iji now iji now ale sagu atu gist uje woja. Here, let's make that a little easier maybe for you. Okay, sagu agu uje woja iji goha tio husida. Okay, so if you'll notice here, I've used, rather than J, which is what I normally use, but I've put TSI. Okay, this set of sounds can have several different sounds to them. It can make j, ch, or t. Okay, in North Carolina you hear t a lot more. Okay, over here we say ch or j. You hear that more commonly. Okay, so all of those where you see that TS, okay, I could just as easily, for us, for our purposes, I could put a J. Okay, I just was distracted and I didn't this time. A long time ago, well, I mean, not a long time ago, but kind of back in when people were trying to revive the Cherokee language, it was common to use the TSI or TSE to indicate this sound, and some speakers still do that. Some teachers still do that. But some teachers found that it was confusing for learners to kind of learn that, and so they just put a sound that they already were familiar with. So they put a J, and that's what I tend to do, because I find for learners it's a little bit easier for you to learn if I do that. So I got it changed so we can look at it. So it says sagu gil iji nao tah ale sagu atu gist uje woza iji goha tio husita. This one says hawa udane ugawiyu uweji. See, here it is again. Uweji. Okay. Kla ost yegeson alstaiti kilon yogin lego sun yegi. Okay. Kilo yogin lego sun yegi. Hawa. Okay. Udane said, Ugawiyu, the chief, Uweji, son, so the king's son. Tla ost yegeson alstaiti. Food is never good, yegeson. Okay? This on at the end, this means habitually. Okay? So tla ost yegeson alstaiti means food is never good. Okay? If it just said tla osh yegesa alstaiti, that means the food wasn't good, okay, or yegesa, the food wasn't good, but only in that one instance. But this means food never is good. Kilon, someone, yogin go son yegi. Ginli go son, that means to be with somebody. So if someone isn't with me, okay? If we're not together with somebody, okay? That's kind of what that means. Hawa udane ugawiyu uwed tlaost yegeson Alstaiti. Kilo Yogin Li Go Sun Yigi. Okay, next one. Atskili Uyeja. Sawu Yawi Yi Huiyan Skiwu Skin Iga. Okay. Askili Uyeja. Okay. Askili, the witch, Uyeja, laughed. Uyeja. Okay. The skili laughed, or the witch laughed. Sagwu, one. Yawi, person. Yi Huiyan. Okay. You can bring one person. Sagwu Yawi. Yi Huiyan. Skiwu skin iga. Skiwu skin iga. But that's all. Just only that one. Only that way. Okay? Askili uyeja. Sagwu Yawi. Yi Huiyan. Skiwu skin iga. Okay? Askili uyeja. Sawu Yawi. Yi Huiyan. Skiwu skin iga. Okay. Ane donha didla. Uwenasa. Ugawiyu. Uweji. Wuno sele galjo hit askaya. Kohig we danal stayen. Okay, we danal stayen. Okay, just making sure that was the end of our lesson today as far as new stuff. Okay, so ane donha, they were there, didla, in that direction. Uwenasa, he went. Ugawiyu uwej, the prince. So the prince went toward where they were, in this case meaning his servants. Muno sele, he went and told Galjohit, the fat Askaya man. Muno sele Galjohit Askaya, he went and told the fat man. Kohig, today, we danal stayan, we're going to eat. Okay, we're going to have a meal. Okay, we're going to go eat. Okay, we danal stayan. We're gonna go have a meal. Okay, so let's read it together slowly. Anedoha didla uwenasa ugawiyu uweji muno sele galjohit askaya kohig we danal stayan. Okay, so let's go back through, and for me, I found it helpful for me to go through and kind of quiz you on some of the words. So hopefully you found it helpful, because that's what we're going to do again today, okay? So I'm going to read through it, and then I'll ask you some of the words if you can tell me what they are. So, Sagwu gitli ijinao teha ale Sagwu atu gist ujewoza ijigoha tiyo husida. Okay. So, Gadohyat Sagwu yonegigant. Gadohyat Sagwu, or Gadohadisko Sagwu yonegigant. Gadohyat Sagwu. One. Gadohyat tiyo husida. Gadohyat tiyo husida. Yonegigant. Gadohyat tiyo husida means you're gonna die. Tiyo husida, okay, you're gonna die. Gadohyat atu gist. Gadohyat atu gist. Gadohyat atu gist. Alcohol. Gadohyat. E.g. now, tuh, e.g. now, tuh, e.g. down, tuh. Or you could also say e.g. now, tuh, e.g. now, tuh. Okay. If I find it, e.g. now, tuh. If I find one, if I find it, e.g. now, tuh. E.g. go, huh? E.g. go, huh? E.g. go, huh? If I see it. E.g. go, huh? If I see it. Okay? You could also say ye-ji now, huh? Or ye-ji go, huh? Either way, you can say that. E.g. now, huh? Or e.g. go, huh? Either way is perfectly acceptable. Uje wo zhen, uje wo zhen, gadohya uje wo zhen, gadohya uje wo zhen. A drop, uje wo zhen. Okay? Gadohyat, hair, in this paragraph. Gadohyat, hair. Look through there. Which one of those words say hair? Gadohyat, hair. Hair. Gil. 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 Okay, it's hair. Gadohyat, alcohol. Gadohyat, alcohol. Gadohyat, alcohol. Tu geest. Tu geest. Gadohyat, or. Gadohyat, or. Gadohyat, or. Ale. Because in this case, in English we would say or there, but in Cherokee we would say and. And really, if you think about it, in Cherokee it makes more sense, you know, because what she's saying here is that this and this, if it happens, you're going to die, okay? So, it makes sense to use the word ale in this case, okay? All right. Hawa, udane, uganwiu, uwedge, kla, ost, igeson, alstaiti. Alstaiti is food. Kilo, yoginli go sun yigin. Okay? So, gadohyat hawa. Gadohyat hawa. Yonegigant. Gadohyat hawa. Yonegigant. Okay. Okay. Hawa. Okay. Gadohyat. Alstaiti. Gadohyat alstaiti. Gadohyat alstaiti. Gadohyat alstaiti. Food. Food alstaiti. Food. Gadohyat kilon. Gadohyat kilon. Kilon. Someone. Gadohyat tla ost yege son. Gadohyat tla ost yege son. Tla ost yege son. Tla ost yege son. It's never good. It's never good. Tla ost yege son. Okay. Gadohyat said. Gadohyat he said. Gadohyat he said. Udane. Udane. Gadohyat king or ruler. Gadohyat king or ruler. Ugawiyu. Good. Gadohyat okay. Gadohyat okay. Gadohyat okay. Hawa. Hawa. Gadohyat food. Gedohyat food. Food. All staiti. All staiti. Food. All staiti. Okay. Next one says, Ashkili uyeta sagu yawi yihuyan askiwu skin yiga. Okay. So, Gedohyat person. Gedohyat person. Gedohyat person. Yawi. Yawi. Gedohyat. Gedohyat uyeta. Gedohyat uyeta. Gedohyat uyeta. Laughed. Laughed. He or she laughed. Uyeta. Gedohyat sagu. Gedohyat sagu. Sagu. One. Gedohyat witch. Gedohyat witch. 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 Ashkiling. Right? Ashkiling. Ashkiling. Gedohyat yihuyan. Yihuyan. Yihuyan means you bring it, bring him. Okay? Or invite in this case. Okay. Let's see. Gedohyat kohig. Gedohyat kohig. Gedohyat kohig. Kohig. Gedohyat kohig. Today. Today. Gedohyat wunosele. Wunosele. Gedohyat wunosele. Gedohyat wunosele. Like he told him, or he went and told him. Either way. Gedohyat we danalstayan. We danalstayan. We danalstayan. Gedohyat we danalstayan. Okay? Means we're going to go eat. We're going to go eat. Gedohyat. Gedohyat. Uwenasa. Uwenasa. Gedohyat uwenasa. He went. Gedohyat in that direction. Gedohyat in that direction. Gedohyat in that direction. Deedla. Deedla. Gedohyat ugawiyu uwej. Gedohyat ugawiyu uwej. Prince. Gedohyat son, his son. Gedohyat his son. Gedohyat his son. Uwej. Good. Gedohyat man. Gedohyat man. Ashkaya. Gedohyat galjohit. Gedohadisko galjohit. Galjohit. Fat. Okay, so if you notice, I'm switching back and forth between English and Cherokee. Okay, excellent job. Good job. Okay, let's try to read. Again, we're going to put it in bullets to make it a little bit easier for us to get through. But let's go ahead and we'll try to read this new part of our story. And so let's try to read it together. So, Sagwu Git Ijanadaha Ijanadaha Ale Sagwu two geese, uje water, ijigo ha, tiyo husita, hawa, udane, ugawiyu, ueji. Tla ost yege son, all stati, kilo, yogin gosen, yogini gosen, yigi. Skili uyeta, sagwu yanwi, yi huyani, skiwu skin, iga. Okay. Anedoha didla, uwenasa, ugawiyu, uweji. Wuno sele, galjohit, oskaya. Kohi iga. Widanal stayana. Okay, I think we have enough time. We can read it through one more time. It says, Sawu git ijanao daha, ale sawu atugist ujewoza, ijigoha, tiyohu sida, hawa, udane ugawiyu, uweji. Tla osta yege son alstaiti, kilon yogini gosen yigi. Skili uyeja, sagwu yanwi yihui yani, skiwu skina iga, skiwu skin iga. Anedoha didl, uwenasa ugawiyu, uweji. Wuno sele, galjohit, oskaya. Kohig, widanal stayana. Okay? So, that is as far as we are in our story, okay? And we're going to go ahead and stop there today. So, we furthered the story along a little bit, and we've learned a little bit more about what's happening. And hopefully you're enjoying the lesson. Remember, if you don't understand it right away, that's okay. Just keep listening to it, keep going through it. The more you listen to it, the more second nature it's going to become to you, and the easier it's going to be to pick it up. Every time you listen to it, you're going to pick up just a little tiny bit, and it may not even be a whole word. It may just be part of the word or something like that, and that's okay. So until next time, from all of us here at Cherokee Nation and RSU TV, I just want to say wadon and donadago ha'i.